Ever since this situation happened with the TPS or when Trump got in office and he just started doing immigration enforcement with ICE, a lot of different immigrant groups have started telling us that, we need to come out there and help them and be a part of it and protest and march because we're next. And the first time we heard that actually was the Latino community. They were the very first ones that told us this, that we're next, until they finally discovered, wait a minute, Black Americans can't be deported? And then you start noticing people start getting upset by that, literally getting upset that we can't be deported like that, right? And you thought that would have went away, actually, by now, ever since people kind of found out about the 14th Amendment. But no, it has not went away. It's not went away. So I want you to listen to this particular sister here. She's Haitian. And I want you to hear, what she's saying. And just she wanted to give us a warning what may happen to us as Black Americans.
And another thing, what do you think going to happen once they are done with the so-called illegal immigrants? What do you think going to happen? Even in my community, the Haitian community, I see some people celebrating. Celebrating for what? What are you celebrating for? Because they are cutting TPS for your brothers and sisters? How stupid that can be. But even green card holders are not safe at the moment. Have you looked around to see what's going on in this country? They don't give a damn about your green card. And once they are done with that category, what do you think gonna happen? They are going to proceed to the U.S. citizens, my category, the ones who wasn't born in this country. They are going to find a way to make you illegal. Do you understand that? Now, once they are done with us, who do you think is next? Black Americans. Y'all next. I can have all type of feelings y'all want to have about Haitians, Africans, or whatever, whatnot. But if you don't help your neighbors today, tomorrow when you need them, nobody will be there to give you a hand. I just don't understand the hatred for the people who so-called illegal.
Okay. All right. So the Trump administration, yes, he's going after different people, taking their TPS away. Yes. They did mention that they was going to go after also people who are naturalized citizens, like the woman in the video. She says she's a naturalized citizen. They were talking about trying to strip people's naturalization. Now, legally, that's not as easy to do. They actually have to commit certain crimes or whatever to get their citizenship stripped from them. So if she did not commit any kind of crimes or anything like that, then she has nothing to worry about with the Trump administration. They're not going to bother her because she's a citizen. Only if she did the offenses that can get you naturalization stripped away. Now, I wanted to make sure to look at it before I continued. And, if she did not lie on her application, if she didn't commit any, kind of like tax fraud or any kind of fraudulent activity, if she wasn't involved in no terror, if she was involved in any kind of, crimes against humanity, I mean, it had to be some things you would have to do to get denaturalized. So if she's just a good, upstanding citizen in America and didn't do anything wrong, then nobody can denaturalize her according to the law. President Trump can't just do whatever he wants to do. We still actually have a rule of law, even though it don't seem like it these days. So all that fear mongering she's doing, listen, they would have a difficult time denaturalizing her. So let's stop there. Then you want to say, well, after people get denaturalized, they're going to come to Black Americans. Those of you who keep saying that, okay. Sis, you say you from Haiti. So they can deport you if they denaturalize you. They can deport you back to Haiti. Okay. Where would they deport Black Americans? Where would they deport us? That's number one. Number two, there's no process to take the citizenship from an American citizen who were born here. There's no process on the books to do that. So how would the Trump administration be able to do that? Let's get out of feelings. Let's just speak factual things here. Okay? Black Americans, FBA, were in this country at the exception of this country. We built this country. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment of the United States Constitution is related to us. So how, and there's no mechanism in the U.S. Constitution to take citizenship away from someone who was born here. Okay? So you would have to cross that hurdle first. If you could cross it, but you can't because there's no law for that, where would you deport Black Americans to? So all this, Black Americans, you next, when have we been first? We've been attacked ever since we've been here. We haven't had no place that we could say, you know what, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to this country. You guys got your homeland you can go to. Ma'am, you can go to Haiti anytime you would like to. We're here. That's why we have to fight the way we fight, because we don't have nobody else to other place to flee to. We don't have that. So we got to stand 10 toes down here. We got to make sure things are right here. The reason why you are here is because of us standing 10 toes down. We didn't have no ability to go leave and go to another country. No, we have to fight in this country. This is our homeland. So I know some of you having a difficult time, and I know the reason why you're having a difficult time because in y'all mind, this is a white country in your mind. So you think only white people is the one that belong. Only white people is the one that can be born here and considered Americans. And everybody else who's non-white is an immigrant. And what y'all have been finding out through the Trump administration, that Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, are not immigrants. We are rooted in the soil of this country. We are grounded here. And you can't take us out of here unless we chose to leave. So all that, Black Americans, you next, there's no law on the books to take away a citizenship from someone that was born here. Not a one. So no, we're never going to be next in the sense of we got to worry about the ICE van pulling up in front of Black American neighborhoods. You imagine, you know what I'm saying, ICE pulling up to Acres Homes and talking about, yeah, we're going to get the Black Americans. Everybody laugh at you. But they're not going to do that. Immigration and customs enforcement. That's what ICE means. We're not immigrants. We've never been immigrants. That's it. The only time customs enforcement we may see is we try to bring something back from our vacation that we didn't know that we couldn't bring back, and say, hey, you can't bring that back here. Or you may have to pay a tax on that. Or whatever. That's the only thing we got to deal with ICE is that. We don't deal with ICE in no other way. You know what I'm saying? So no. And here's the thing. There are people in your community like Chef Creole that voted for Trump. And I don't see that part of the conversation. Like throw FBAs out of it. Why is the conversation not, why do we have people in our community, our Haitian community, who are still voting for a party that's against your people? When you had that many people on TPS, nobody should have voted for Trump. People like yourself, who's a naturalized citizen and who can vote, and maybe you didn't vote for Trump. I'm not saying you did. I'm not even accusing you of doing that. I'm just speaking in general, like the people like Chef Creole that's in your community. Then he wants to get on TV complaining that his TPS workers are either getting picked up or they don't want to come to work because they're afraid the ICE van go get them. That's the conversation should be. The Chef Creoles in your community who voted for Trump, who was on day one said he was going to be having mass deportations. The man promised this. Why are y'all so shocked? Immigrants, why are you shocked? This man promised this stuff. Y'all didn't take him seriously. Y'all thought he was hee-hee-ha-haing about everything. Maybe in the future, you'll vote your interest. And your interest is candidates that's gonna stand up for your issue. And your issue is immigration. It's not our issue as FBA, but it's your issue. Because to be real, immigration don't benefit FBA. Don't. But it benefits people like yourself. So I understand why it's an issue for you. But no, that fear-mongering, and let me tell you what the fear-mongering is. Trying to get us to come out there and fight. That's the same thing the Latinos did, the same thing the Asians did. Everybody trying to say, ooh, black people, stand with us now because they're going to come get you. No, you stand and fight. You stand and fight. Like we had to. We didn't go look. Listen, when we were fighting Bull Connor, we didn't look to none of y'all. We were fighting the Klan. We didn't look to nobody. We didn't look at where the Latinos at. Why they won't come help us with the Klan? Why they won't come help us with Bull Connor? No, we didn't have any of that help. We had to stand 10 toes down on our own. to go against them, to fight for freedom, justice, and some sort of equality. Everybody trying to get us to come fight. No, we're not nobody's slave. We're not fighting for nobody. We fight for what we need to fight for. But we're not fighting ICE. So, I mean, what do we get out of that? Think about it. Let's just take emotion out of it. What do we as FBA get out of fighting immigration and customs enforcement? What do we get out of that? Seriously, what are we getting out of it? Listen, we're in the area of transactional relationships. What do we get by going fight ICE? No matter what group is asking, what do we get? Because it sounds like it's a one-sided deal. You get us to fight ICE, you get to fall back and not fight them, you get to stay, are protected. What do we get? Because if we go do that, we're getting beat up, we're getting shot at, they're going to try their new electric gloves they got, and you know they're going to be just holding people like they're causing all kind of heart attacks. Come on, you know they're going to do that. That's the worst thing you give them is that. What do we get out of it? That's the question. What do we get as FBA? From my side, we don't get a thing out of it. A thing. So these one-sided relationships just not going to work in this era. No, we going to fight with somebody, it's going to be transactional. You get something, we get something. No more one-sided relationships. That's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry. We have to get something out the deal. And y'all know good and well, no immigrant group can offer us anything. You can't. Well, you could, but you choose not to. And even then, we kind of like, we good, because then if you get good and we get the white man off your back, then what you going to do? Go right back to calling us lazy and saying we criminals and all that. Like, so I'm just saying, we haven't gotten that, not the deal. So it'd be difficult to deport you, ma'am, because you're naturalized, and that's difficulty. Us, there's no mechanism. So Black Americans, they're coming for you. Y'all, please don't listen to that. I mean, it's kind of funny at this point. Like, they just really want us so bad to come out there and fight. No, we're done. We'll fight. We're going to fight unless something happens with us as FBA. That's the only time we're fighting a situation. Whether so you do see us fighting, it's something related that's going on with us. We're not coming out there fighting for other groups. Them days are done.